Hello, fellow travelers. It's Jamie and Tonya from Glamp Review. We just wrapped up a weekend at Gulf State Park Campground in Gulf Shores, Alabama. And wow, this place is massive. With nearly 500 full hookup sites, Gulf of America beach access, and a lineup of amenities that'll make your head spin. We're about to show you exactly what makes this spot a Gulf Coast favorite. Tonya,
yeah.
There's our camper.
I know, it's right there.
There's our camper right there. I didn't even realize that. Well, I gotta be careful if I'm getting dressed in front of that window. Somebody could watch me. Oops. All right, we're rolling in here in the dark.
Drive 0.9 miles.
So you got the code to the gate. They're gonna gate us out here.
Your destination.
There it is, the Gulf State Park Campground, and let's hit the brakes. All right.
What does it say? Read the
After 1,000
signs.
feet, keep right onto Campground Road.
Campground entry,
destination is on
camping
the left.
check-in to the right, all the vehicles to the left. Okay, so anybody behind us? The campground check-in to the right. I don't know. I don't know. There's a little keypad right here.
Alright. Sit.
All right. Go ahead and start one. All right, my trailer's good?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. All right. I think that right there might be good. All right, Tonya, what are we about to go do?
We're about to go check in.
Why are we checking in now? Why didn't we check in when we got here?
So we got here at 9:30 last night.
9:30 last night. Yeah, that was it was a long drive.
Yeah.
I don't recommend that kind of drive, you know.
It was long.
It was a long drive.
But
I
it
don't
was worth
recommend
it
driving
though
at night.
because she couldn't get here at 2 o'clock today.
Yeah, check-in's at 2 o'clock. So if we would have came today, we would have lost half our day. So the purpose of us leaving yesterday, getting here late last night, was to give us a full day today because we have limited time. We're not full-time, so we have limited time. So that gives us a full day Thursday, Friday, and Saturday here.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, we're just going to have a Friday and a Saturday here.
yeah.
And this campground has just got a lot
It's huge.
It's huge. It's got a lot of stuff to do that we want to try to get for you guys to show you everything they got here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go up to the check-in office and we're going to try to figure out where that is. And we guess it's where the gate was. It may be the camp store. I don't know. So we're going to go to where the gate is, where you check in at, and just ask around. So that's what we're doing. We got this beautiful campsite. Get this view of that, and you got the water tower in the back that's got a pretty Gulf State Park logo on there.
Good, how you doing? We got here late last night. We need to check in this morning. 490.
How many is in your party?
Just 2.
Okay, you're all set. Have you been with us before? Do you know about the pass?
No.
Okay, well then let me give you some information.
Okay.
Give me 1 second. This pass is going to go in your driver's side window. It's going to give you free parking at all our beach access, including the State Park Pier.
Okay.
If you want to go on the pier, just take a picture of it and you'll get on for free.
All right.
Well, that was easy check-in.
Where you go.
That was an easy check-in.
So you check in out if you're checking in late. And you're
Yeah.
coming here next morning to check in before you go do it.
Yep.
Now let's talk about amenities. This park is stacked. There's a sparkling pool with a splash pad, basketball and tennis courts, brand new pickleball courts, and a dedicated kayak launching pad right on Lake Shelby. The Nature Center is packed with hands-on exhibits and weekly programs. And the Hugh S. Brannan Backcountry Trail System offers 28 miles of paved biking trails through 9 unique ecosystems. We biked every inch and even spotted an alligator on one of our rides. So keep your eyes peeled.
Big one. See? Somebody gave us some Cheerios. I guess that guy that went by gave us some Cheerios. So they have these water stations at each little area, and then they have a map that shows you where you are, where you're here. And this blue is all of the roadways that you get for the bike trails. This road right here takes you all the way to Orange Beach. And then this one takes you back towards the campground, and this road will take us back towards the campground as well. And Tonya is loving the trails, aren't you? Yeah, we love these trails getting paved. They have some spur trails that come off of these that are off-road, like this one over here, for example. This is an off-road trail that you can do. We're opting not to, but if you're adventurous and you have some awesome off-road electric bikes or mountain bikes, you got that, so that's pretty cool. Check this out, they got restrooms along the way. Got restrooms and a water fountain around the way. Pretty cool.
Site 490 gave us everything we needed. Full hookups and a level pad. This campground has 11 modern air-conditioned bathhouses, which is very surprising for a state park. You'll find one of the largest laundry facilities I've ever seen at a campground. You'll also find a well-stocked camp store here for those oops, I forgot it moments. They also offer some lakefront sites that are absolutely remarkable and extremely hard to get, so you have to book these way in advance. Those sunrise and sunset views over Lake Shelby are next level. If you want peace, wildlife, and water views, these are the spots to snag. Okay, so this place is big. With almost 500 sites, it can feel busy, especially in peak seasons. As far as backing in or pulling through, I did not see any site that looked difficult. If you're running a big rig, definitely call ahead and ask for recommendations just to make sure. Coming up later, I'll give my final verdict on Gulf State Park Campground. But first, here's a look at our days at the beach.
Hey buddy, what you think about your new site? Huh? Zan, what you think about your site? Woo, windows fogged up. You got really cold in here, girl. Got the air all the way down. Oh, you see a Sharpie over there. I see it way over there. The camera can't see it because there's so much. Dude, she is hunting that hard. Is this gonna work? Is this gonna work, Tonya?
I don't know.
Yeah, we're gonna go down that boardwalk. I'm gonna hit everything.
We decided to walk.
We decided to walk. We're gonna load our beach cart up, and it ain't too heavy. It's about a half-mile walk from here. I measured on Google.
You got the camper locked?
Yeah. I need to cut this water off. Always cut your water off when you leave. We had a water leak one time. We're not gonna have another one. So we just always just cut that off. It's that simple.
The gas off?
Gas is off.
Now the big question, how's the beach access? Well, our first trip, we walked to the boardwalk that crosses over the road to the pavilion area. Now this is super safe and easy with all of your gear. For round two, we got creative. I rigged our wagon to the e-bike and cruised a different route.
Where's the wheel? With away.
The paved paths made biking to the beach a breeze. Either way, you're rewarded with those classic Alabama Gulf Shores white, fluffy, sandy beach. It's just pure paradise.
Tonya,
What?
why didn't we think about that from day one?
No, that was great.
That's so much better than walking.
Yeah.
Of course, we do have to still walk to the beach, but
It's better than,
it's better than what we were doing the other day.
yeah, a whole lot better. Okay.
Yeah. Now we know what to do if we don't have a golf cart. We just
Just don't lose your little
nice,
strap.
good strap of Velcro.
See our little bikes are parked out there?
We got our little bikes parked right here underneath this shelter. It's not going to rain, but we put this cover on just in case. See, that's the only problem with coming this direction is you have to cross the street. But they do have bike parking over here, but you're in the sun. Whereas I like that one over there because you have that shade, that little shelter to park your bike under. Because if it's a downpour and you're running back from the beach, that gives you a little bit of a break. Anyway, we're walking to the beach. So much better to have that tied to the back of the bicycle. Man, I don't know why I didn't think of that when I first got here. Of course, I wasn't feeling good when I first got here. I'll just be flat out honest with you. I was sick. I pushed through. I kind of hit it a little bit on camera, but man, today I feel 100%. Feel 100%. So we were going to go to the Naval Museum today, but I decided I would rather come to the beach because I haven't had a good beach day yet. And that's why we come here. We come here for the beautiful Gulf Beach. So we're gonna go enjoy a day at the beach. Tonya, a day at the beach?
Yeah.
Say a day at the beach.
Thank you.
And then we hit stairs. So this is not a ramp that goes all the way down to the sand. But one thing I can tell you is this side of the beach is going to be a lot less crowded. That side the other day, that was pretty crowded because it's at a main parking lot, main pavilion area. Over here, you have no restrooms, you don't have any of that kind of facilities, so nobody's gonna come over here, right? Tonya, I hear thunder. You gonna weather the storm? Weathering the storm?
Yeah.
Weathering the storm. The radar shows a little bit of some rain showers that's going to be coming in the next 30-40 minutes, but we're gonna work it out. There she is. You videoing? Yeah. I'm videoing you. You videoing me? Look how pretty the water looks right now. It's all a matter of how the light hits the water at a certain time of day as to how pretty the water is going to be down here on the Gulf. If the sun is right, the clouds are right, you get a real pretty color. But if things are off, you don't really get the same tropical color. Right now, it's starting to really get that emerald green color. Yeah, look at all these seagulls down through here. So today we have a yellow and purple flag, which is medium, you know, water conditions, but you have pesky sea life like jellyfish, crabs, things that are pesky. Yep. Yeah, this is pretty. So this is the side of the beach to be on, because this side, man, I like this. If you want privacy, this is where you want to come to. That other side, not. But the only thing is here, you don't have a lifeguard on this side of the beach, and you don't have restrooms. So there's your, the only thing about this side. Now, if you go down to the pier, that's part of the Gulf State Park too. They have restrooms, and you got that access to that area. Our little tent looks like a sailboat here. I gotta go let the sail out so that the tent don't fall. I've kind of got noodles flying. We got things happening. We got a storm coming in. We gotta batten down the hatches. Hang on, we got. I'm working it. We got a storm coming through. All the seagulls are going back. The winds stopped. We're able to put our wall back up. I think the storm, we might miss it. Just might miss the storm. See, don't be quick to run away. Our bike rack had a failure on the way down here. The bike rack that we have, I'll show you right here. This bar is supposed to be straight. So it's straight when it's new, and what happens is it slowly bends, and when it bends, it makes the bike lean. See how it's leaning right here? So the way that that's leaning, it's supposed to stand straight up. So what it does is it puts pressure on that middle arm. We've already had one bike rack fail where it broke the teeth on it. So this company, HyperAx, that we bought this from, they have a great customer service. Now on their website, they actually state that they're not to be used on RVs longer than 25 feet. But see, it wasn't like that when we bought it. So they must have learned these don't work on a long camper, because when your axles are really far from your bumper where this is attached, you get a diving board action. And so a lot of force is being put on that it cannot handle. So now after seeing that, I don't want to trust it or even keep hassling them to keep sending us replacements, and it's just going to fail every time. So we're going to put them in totes and put them inside the camper. We're going to figure that out tonight. We're on vacation. We're at Home Depot. We're having to get totes. So we're now shopping the tote aisle. So we measured, and we believe a 40-gallon tote would fit our fold-up e-bikes. This should fit in our kitchen on each side of the island. Got to do what we got to do to get them home. Because the bike rack ain't gonna survive to going home. So this is how we've done our e-bikes. So we got these totes, and we got them strapped into here. These are 40-gallon totes, and we got one that's over here underneath this blanket. And then when the slides come in, you know, this is how we're going to travel with them. So bike rack failed, and so the totes, these should not. And we put the blankets on there just in case they start rocking, they don't beat into stuff. But yeah, I think it's going to work. We asked, and you all answered. We said, well, where's some places to eat around here? And we've got several people that have commented, that have sent us messages that said LuLu's is the place to go. We're gonna go check it out, because LuLu's is what A lot of you have said it was a good place to go. There's a lot of good places. Everybody has some great ideas, great places, but we're here for such a short time, we cannot go everywhere. So we're gonna pick LuLu's. That's the one we're gonna go with. Going to the LuLu's. Had parking overflow because it's really crowded because we're going at the prime time eating time.
Stay tuned, my final verdict on the campground is just moments away. But first, you asked and I'm answering. Here's how to make a ridiculously easy ice cream that tastes nearly identical to Wendy's Frosties.
Okay, on today's show, we're going to talk about making ice cream. So we had a lot of people say, hey, we like your ice cream maker. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to make this inside the camper, because whenever it's hot and humid outside, it takes this thing forever. It took us 2 hours over at Crooked River to get ice cream to be made, and it didn't quite make it get cold enough. So what I've done is we've put a little trash bag around here, put a trash bag in here to catch any salt that might come out, because we don't want salt just getting into our tanks and stuff down there. So that's going to help to keep that out. So this is a real simple recipe. This is making a Wendy's Frosties. So this is basically making a Frosty. It's 3 simple ingredients. It's going to be a ½ gallon of chocolate milk. It's going to be a 1 can of condensed milk, Eagle brand, the whole thing, and a whole thing of Cool Whip. Dirty up less. Good Lord, that's a lot of Cool Whip. Wow. There's a lot of Cool Whip. Ooh. That's going to be the gelatin that holds it together, isn't it? See, normally, like the old days, you would use eggs, and we used eggs, and we didn't think nothing about it, but people were like, oh, you could get salmonella because you're not eating cooked eggs, you're eating raw eggs. If you're going to do it with the old recipe, you need to do pasteurized eggs, but you can't find pasteurized eggs anywhere. So I was asking around trying to find another recipe that didn't include eggs, and this is one of them. So we're going to put this whole can of... So this, eggs are what keep the ice cream together when you're making it, but so now that I see how thick this stuff is, I've never done this before. All right, that's probably good enough for that. And then what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and mix that up first. Now that's going to be able to put the whole jug's gonna be able to go in there. That's what you call a chef Boyardee. When you're a chef, that's what happens. Gotta get a little messy. Get a little messy. That almost looks like that's probably good enough to put it on in there. If this is all this is, if this is all there is to making a Wendy's Frosty, holy macaroni. So we'll let you know. We're gonna taste test this, and we'll let you know if this is good. And so y'all stay tuned. Okay. So people say, well, why are you using salt? Well, the salt makes the ice colder because it starts to melt it, and it makes it more of a... And we'll sprinkle a little salt. Okay. Put a little... Plug her up. Woo, she's alive. Okay, let's see what this has done here. Tastes like Wendy's Frosty. Mm-hmm. It does. There you go. That's it. Wendy's Frosty.
So, what is our final verdict on Gulf State Park Campground? This place has rightfully earned its spot among USA Today's top 10 best RV campgrounds for 2025, and it's easy to see why. But as with any campground, your experience can vary depending on a few key factors. Let's start with beach access. Depending on your site, you might be in for a 30-minute walk or a quick 10-minute bike ride. From our spot at Site 490, the half mile we walked took us about 15 minutes, but it was a breeze on our e-bikes. The walkways are well maintained and safe, but they're long, and during peak season months, you'll definitely feel that heat. The good news, you can drive to any Gulf State Park beach parking for free with your park pass, which is a huge perk for many campers. And honestly, this Gulf Beach is hands down one of the best we've ever visited. Now let's talk about the bathhouses. They're some of the best we've ever seen at any state park. And honestly, they rival most private campgrounds. Clean, spacious, and well designed, it's a big win. The amenities here are top notch, but with nearly 500 campsites and an average of about 4 people per site, things can get crowded fast. The pool facility requires sign-in, likely to keep things from getting too packed. We heard rumors about a 2026 expansion with another pool and 100 luxury campsites, each with a whopping 100 feet space between them. But we didn't see any construction during our stay, so time will tell if this is actually happening. One thing that really stands out here is the space between campsites. You get real elbow room here, and it's extremely big rig friendly. Wide roads and roomy sites mean even for first-time RVers, you can relax and enjoy. Alabama clearly invests in its state parks, which shows in every detail and probably helped earn that top 10 ranking. But our favorite feature, the bike trails. We had more fun exploring those than any other amenity, and honestly, those trails alone could be what landed this place the top 10 nationwide. For us, they're the reason enough to come back, and you'll definitely see Glamp Review return here in the near future. Our only regret? Not booking a full week. With so much to do here at this campground and the surrounding area, you'll want at least 7 days to make the most of it. All in all, our experience here was fantastic. Gulf State Park Campground absolutely delivers on its reputation, and it's now one of our all-time favorites. If you're planning an RV trip along the Gulf Coast, this spot deserves a place at the very top of your list. Now, thanks for joining us on this adventure. Now, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and let us know in the comments if you stayed here before or where you think we should go next. We're now headed to Panama City Beach, Florida, to St. Andrews, so we'll see you soon, and happy glamping.